How's it going, everyone? This is Vandal Designs here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use this template right here, which you can download in the description down below, and how to use this template to make your own NHL cover, whether it be NHL 21 all the way back to NHL 17. All of those options are in this cover template. So I've basically built this template from the ground up to make it as easy to use as possible. This is for Photoshop. I know there are some like alternatives to Photoshop. You know, some people use like Affinity Photo, I think it's called. There's I don't know, GIMP 2.0. There's a Paint.net. There's a few like alternatives. I don't have those, so I haven't tested them, so I don't know if it's gonna work. But as far as Photoshop goes, it'll work for that one for sure. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So I mean, the first thing you might notice, first of all, is that the colors are a little jarring. You know, neon green and orange and purple. They don't really go with the Rangers. And so basically, these colors are the colors that the EA Sports NHL account has used in all their promotional materials so far. Because, by the way, it is August 22nd for me. So the reveal, which will be on August 24th, hasn't happened for me yet. So maybe it's not a smart idea to film this tutorial 2 days before they reveal the cover, but whatever. I do not care. So yeah, anyway, these are kind of the colors which they've been using, so I just stuck to those colors. And Panarin, to me personally, is just kind of like my educated guess at who might be on the cover. And even then, I mean, look at last year, NHL 20. They've shown that they don't necessarily stick with the team colors for the template or for the background of the cover. So you know, it's open, it's out there, and you can change these anyway. So I'm just gonna start going through the file here, right? So first of all, there's the hide me, which you obviously hide. Then you got the console banners. So you got PS4 and Xbox One, or neither. It's up to you. I'm gonna go with PS4 because the blue kind of complements his jersey. Then we go into logo. So right here we've got the bottom logos, which are just like the ESRB, the NHL, and the NHLPA. Right here you've got this layer called the white NHLPA. So by default, it is blue. You see, like in this case, it doesn't really pop out. You know, it's hard to see. So just turning this on, it makes the logo white, just so that it's actually visible. And then you've got the NHL logos folder. So let's open this up. Let's close this right here. So this is how it should look for you. And basically, let's turn off NHL 21. You can go all the way back to NHL 17. You can get 18, 19, 20, and we've got 21. And with 21, obviously, for me, at the time recording this, the template hasn't been released, or the cover hasn't been released yet. So while this is the logo that they've been using in all their promo material, they might change up the logo for the actual cover. So in NHL 21, it's an actual folder with 3 versions of the NHL 21 logo. Version 1 is the one they've been using in all their promo material. So NHL, the crest, and then 21. Version 2 is NHL 21 with the crest removed. And NHL 21 version 3 is the logo, but just like in the old style. It's not centered, but there we go. It's the logo, but it's in the old style. So I'm just gonna go back to V1 for this template, for this tutorial. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. You've got all these options for the logos. Up next, we've got the logo shadow, which I recommend keeping on. It just helps separate the logos, the NHL 21 logo, and especially the EA Sports logo from the background. Up next, we have let's go to the Legend Edition banner. That's just, you can turn that on, boom, you've got a little homemade Legend Edition banner. We're not going to use that for this one, obviously, because Panarin is not quite a legend yet. So here we have background and other backgrounds. So background, if you click on that, you can see you have all the backgrounds from NHL 17 to this concept for NHL 21. Obviously, once again, I'm repeating myself, but the real cover when it comes out might be completely different, but this is just my concept that I've made. And so if you go all the way down to NHL 17, you've got the 17 background, the 18 background, you got the 19 background, which you can just click here and double click here and change the color to match whatever you want, if that's what you want to do. You got the NHL 20 background, which once again you can open and edit the gradient to whatever color you want. And finally the NHL 21 background. And one thing to keep in mind, by the way, is let's say you want to go with like an NHL 18 style background. You've still got this little strip right here, which is on top. It's called front shape. You need to turn that off. It's just that, obviously I couldn't put it down here because then it would be hidden behind Panarin. So anyway, let's go back to NHL 21 background, and before we do that, there's also, if you turn this off, there's other backgrounds, which is just a bunch of other, NHL 20 styled backgrounds. Some of them are kind of cool. You can take a look at those. And there's this thing at the top which allows you to change the color of the background as well. So yeah, let's go into NHL 21 background right here. And so we have side shapes and we have front shape. So the side shapes are these, the front shape is this. So you can just double click on the thumbnail and actually change the color of this to whatever you want. I'm not going to change any of the colors just for this tutorial. I'm just going to keep them all as is. But yeah, you can change the color to whatever you want. Same thing for these kind of like holographic texture strips on the side. See where it says change colors? You just turn that right on, and that'll apply a gradient map. And then if it doesn't show you the properties, just double click. Let's say you don't see that, just double click on this little thumbnail here, or this little icon, and then boom. Then click on here, then you get the gradient editor, and then you can just, edit the gradient. Just kind of, low key, that kind of looks not bad. Just accidentally. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it with the original colors, but yeah, so you can edit it just like that. So now the final thing is the actual player himself. So basically, you kind of want to put him where this little Panarin is, and I'm gonna keep the Panarin in there for you guys. So what you're gonna do, right, is you're gonna cut out your own player, obviously, and then you want to drag him in. So let's put Nathan MacKinnon. I'm thinking personally either MacKinnon or Panarin's gonna get the cover. I'm thinking it's gonna be one of those two. Might be fully wrong, but who knows. So let's just put him in here, and as you can see, he's a little blurry even, but he doesn't look great. He doesn't have that crisp look that Panarin has, that nice crisp and saturated look. And the reason for that is because Panarin has a camera raw filter applied to him. And with this template, obviously you can do your own thing. If you're an experienced graphic designer, you can do your own thing, I'm assuming, quite easily. But let's say you're less experienced. What you can do is you can actually just take this preset that I've built and copy it over to MacKinnon. So first of all, you want to make sure that he's a smart. You see this little icon in the bottom right of the thumbnail? That means he's a smart object. If that's not there, you just right click on the layer and go to convert to smart object. Click on that. All right, and once that's done, all you got to do is take these two little circles and drag them over to MacKinnon. And as soon as I release, look at MacKinnon. Boom, he changes. Let's turn off Panarin and open this and just toggle it off, put it back on. You can see it makes a big difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of like the very most basic way to use this template for someone who maybe isn't as experienced with Photoshop or graphic design. You can very easily make your own template just like that, or not your own template, but your own cover just like that, using this template. Obviously, for some more experience, you can then start adding your own things. You can customize stuff. You can also go background NHL 21, and you can double click on this background here, and it'll open up like the actual working file with all this stuff, which you can edit around if you really want to, which obviously I will not here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, the download link is in the description, so you can it's fully free, obviously, so you can just go ahead and download that and make your own covers. And if you do wind up making some and sharing them to social media, feel free to tag me. It's very, very cool seeing people get inspired and make use of the videos that I make. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you get some use out of this. Hopefully this is cool for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.